Hey y'all, Keto Diamond here, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to avoid hair loss on keto. See, because a lot of people don't really know what's going on with them. They don't know what's happening. They don't see it coming, and it's just bam, one day it starts happening, and you don't know how to fix it or solve it. When I first started keto, no lie, my hair was down to my rear end. I'm going to show you a video clip right here. I don't know what's going on through the woods, but it sounds like some heavy construction. I hope it doesn't bother the video too much. It might be too far away for y'all to be bothered by it. But I'm going to show you my hair when I started keto. This was 15 weeks in. And then I'm going to show you and talk to you about what started happening to me. Then I'm going to tell you about the ways to avoid it. There are two main ways that are 9 times out of 10 what's going on with you too. So let me show you my hair when I started keto. Hey Jake, the dog, he's always right behind my feet. Keep moving. Come on. Underleg, mush. Stay there. Okay. So this is my little roly-poly-oly selfie right here. You know, again, I hate to show this, but I have thin blonde hair anyway. So, I mean, it just looks really, really thin and thinner than usual. I can handle my thin blonde hair as normal, but thinning anymore, I'm going to be bald. So, my crowning glory, my hair. The thing I liked the very most about myself, especially at 111 pounds. I didn't notice what was going on at first, and I didn't equate it with keto at first because, well, I didn't want it to be keto, for one, because I wasn't going to quit because I was getting such good results. And I thought, well, this is just how my hair is going to be. And then I did more research on it and found out what was going on. Now, initially, when my hair was down to my butt, there was no way in this entire world I would ever cut my hair. But then, like long strings, you know, it's not uncommon to have one or two long strings or pull one from your rear end when you're taking a shower or whatever. But when it becomes 10 or 15 and you're like this just kind of constantly, or they're all over the seat of your car, they're woven into fabric, and then you realize it's coming out kind of in clumps, and every time you do your hands like that, you're getting 4 or 5 strands of hair. So when I started noticing this and started noticing that my hair was looking really, really bad, really rough, I was starting to see like bald patches in it, I went ahead and cut it, and I cut it up to here. And I've done that twice now since I've started keto for a reason. But I didn't know what was going on. I just thought it was kind of keto and it was just what was going to happen. Because initially when I looked it up, I hear a lot about stress and hormonal changes from weight loss and stuff like that. Turns out that's not so much the case, okay? So it is stress to the body in a way, but 9 times out of 10, the stress factor is not what you're experiencing, because you can experience stress, hair loss anytime in your life for any number of reasons. But this is not exactly stress. This mainly happens on a super low calorie diet. But keto is not a super low calorie diet. Some of us do it intentional to lose weight faster, and many of us, like myself, well, we accidentally dropped our calories too low. And it really has nothing to do with calories, but the nutrients coming from those calories. You see, there's 2 main micronutrients your body needs, has to have, must have. To me, there's really only 2 macronutrients, only 2, fat and protein. That's it. There's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. You can ask any doctor out there. There's no such thing, well, any knowledgeable doctor. You just don't need any carbohydrates to make your body function, because you do need like a minute amount of sugar to function your brain, but your body converts protein into that sugar when it's needed, as needed. So you really don't need any carbohydrates whatsoever. The thing is, the biggest factor, but not the only factor, is protein. Now, protein deficiency is almost impossible in countries where food is readily available and very simple to get a hold of. So it's almost impossible unless you go on a super restrictive diet. Even if you're doing it under a doctor's care, you're going to experience hair loss because you've dropped your calories so very low. You don't need to do that. And again, it doesn't have anything to do with calories, but what you're getting from those calories. So with protein, like I said, it's really hard to get a protein deficiency, but some people put themselves in a state of protein deficiency. simply by not eating enough protein. Now, it's actually the worst one to have when you drop your calories too low and you're not eating enough protein or fat. You're putting your body, while it's in ketosis, into a state of starvation ketosis. You can put your body in a state of starvation ketosis eating 3 ho-hos a day if that's all you eat. So that's not a healthy state of ketosis. Hold on one second. Sorry, the perils of filming outside. Sometimes you have to run a bee off. He'll probably be back. But it's one of the most extreme forms of malnutrition. And if it goes on too long, you will see like the bloated bellies and all that. But most of us, of course, we start seeing the hair loss and we're like, what the hell? And most people at that point do quit their diets. And in all honesty, I can't necessarily blame them. You see the shine on my head now. Now that I've dyed it blonde, I'm a little like self-conscious. But anyway, it is, you don't want to be in starvation ketosis. You need to eat plenty of your macronutrients, the 2 main ones, fat and protein, to stop this from happening. Now, if it gets severe enough, you will see that bloated belly, but most of the time, people, what you mainly see, especially with intentional dieters, is hair fallout, nails breaking, the skin looking rough, patchy, dry, different things like that. Because almost everything, yes, you can do some topical treatments, but topical treatments only treat the top. They only treat what you can see. And your skin, hair, and nails starts from within. You start growing skin layers underneath, and they come out over time as the top layer slushes off. Your hair is the same way. The roots, what's inside, that dictates how your hair is healthy and how it grows. Not shampoos, not conditioners. Yes, you can damage your hair that way, but you're not really going to heal it topically. You have to do it from the inside out. Sorry. I want to make sure I get stuff. I wrote down some finer points. So a lot of times what happens on keto, you get a set of macros. Like if you need help getting your macros, your healthy weight loss macros, you can email me. My contact information is below, or you can visit ketodiamond.com to get your own weight loss macros. But what we're going to concentrate today is kind of an average. That way people know a baseline of what they should be getting. And most people, again, it's quite unintentional to drop your calories, because when you start keto, you're taking out all those carbohydrates. Fat and protein are more filling, so you just don't feel like you need to eat as much. But if you want to have healthy body functions, you do. You see, your protein, it's not just essential for your hair. It's essential for your muscle tissue. You'll experience muscle wasting, organ damage. There is so much. I want to make sure that I tell you guys. Wounds heal slower if you don't have enough protein in your body. You get infections, your immune system will shut down on you. Protein is a very, very important and key factor in your body. You don't want to be lacking protein for too long. And baseline, and since I help a lot of people get their protein, or I help them get their macros, what I see baseline for an average woman, my average height woman, average build woman, even if they're a little pudgy or whatever, it's based on pretty much your age, your height, and your activity level. So what I see mostly is people need to stay between 90 and 120 grams of protein. The more active you are, or even the more aged you are, you need more protein. Don't worry about the nonsense you've heard about kidneys and protein. That is nonsense. It has been debunked. You can look it up in scientific journals, new ones, not old ones. But anyway, so you don't have to worry about the protein. And then you have something, well, you know what, let's just skip that part because it's not that important. But to get enough protein, you, like I said, you need between 90 and 120 grams. What is important to your body? It's going to be different for everybody. That's why I'll help you get your own macros. But if you're super active, if you're going to the gym, which of course right now we can't, but if you're out walking a whole lot, you need more protein. You just do. If you're elderly or up in your ages, protein is what's going to keep you up and moving around. So protein's not the only factor though, but it is a huge factor that people are overlooking, because It's one of the things. It's one of the building blocks of your body, from your hair, your skin, your nails, to your organs, your muscles. Everything relies on you getting enough protein. It is not a joke. It's just simply a fact. So your body has this way about it. It says, okay, we're not getting enough protein to fuel everything. So we're going to have to cut off the non-essential things, the non-essential functions, which your hair is not essential to your physical body. Your skin, the outer layer, not that essential. And your nails, it doesn't consider that essential. So it will suck things, the protein that would normally go to your hair building will just go to your organs. What would normally go to your nails will go to your organs. So that's why you will start to lose your hair and your nails, and your skin will suffer. So it's very important to get that protein. And like I said, anywhere between 90 and 120 grams for most average sized people, or females, are okay. Men, if you're working out, if you're building muscle, if you're up in your ages, again, you need even more protein. Now, there is an equation for this, but I don't like that equation. I think it's set too low. So again, if you need help getting your macronutrients for weight loss or anything else, send me an email. I'll be glad to help you get them. And I'll do it for free because it's important. Now, the other important macronutrient does play a role: the amount of fat you get. You see, those essential fatty acids that are in stuff like chicken and fish and avocados. You don't have to eat an avocado, thank God, because I can't stand them. But your essential healthy fats are another building block of your hair, skin, nails, body functions, organs, mental health, everything. Okay, they just are. So you need a certain amount of dietary fat. Yes, your body has fat you can burn off of, but it's already used the vitamins and minerals out of that fat. The fat that's under your skin that you can burn for energy, and you do burn for energy on keto, is not the only fat you need. Your body has already used, this fat right here has already been zapped of all its vitamins and minerals. It's already been used up. So you have to eat dietary fat to get the essential fatty acids you need and to get cholesterol. Cholesterol is another building block to every single cell in your body. Together, protein and cholesterol are pretty much what your entire body is made of. And if you don't get enough of these things, the proper amount, hair, skin, nails, organs, all shut down. Mental health goes out the window. These things are important. And what I find that most people need is around about 100 grams of fat a day. So anywhere between 90 to 120 grams of protein and at least 100 grams of fat a day. Now, if you're starting out super morbidly obese, I've seen some of these numbers where I've helped people get their weight loss macros and successfully lose weight on them be as high as like 170 grams of fat. You can play with that number a little bit, but you do not need to go below 100 grams of fat at least. And there's a reason for it. Like I said, you need the vitamins, the minerals, and all that in there. So while calories don't count, the vitamins and minerals from what you gain from these calories are what counts. 100 grams of protein and 100 grams of fat, let's just say that's what you're basing your weight loss and your healthy body off of, is about 1,300 calories. So it's really not that high. And I know that there are some people that have to eat like 1,200 calories, this, that, and the other, or they don't lose any weight. There's something called reverse dieting. Princess Ninja and Keto over on her channel did do this a little bit, and she had quite good results from it, and now she's actually losing. There, take it somewhere else. You got 3 acres here, go somewhere. Sorry, y'all. But that's roughly 1,300 calories if you get just that baseline. And that's just enough to make sure everything inside you functions properly. You will lose plenty of weight eating 1,300 calories, mostly from fat and protein. Now, if you're going to add carbs, that's, if you let's just say you do 20 grams of carbohydrates, and a carb is worth 4 grams per calorie. I'm sorry, it's 4 calories per 1 gram. So that would be another 80 calories, and you'd be eating 1,380 calories at that rate. Now, everybody's body's different. These are just averages of what I see when I help other people get their macros. But it's also a baseline that I try to stick to. But I try to get 120 grams of protein simply because I think it makes me feel healthier. My body feels less weak. My hair seems to do much better, as you can see. Now, I also, when my hair started being really crazy, like I said, I cut it up to here. And this last time I cut it up to here too, because my hair was coming back. And I was seeing these little tiny sprigs everywhere, and the bottom of my hair was really, really thin, but the top was thickening out. So I cut it up to help it catch up, basically, and look more even and nicer. So my hair, luckily, I'm blessed with that particular thing. My hair grows very fast. My nails grow very fast. Thank heavens, because I just had to cut them down because I was hurting myself and I broke one. Uh, but I know that not a lot of people have that. So if you can avoid hair loss on keto or any diet, and that's any diet. Think about it. All diets that help you lose weight, except for keto, are very calorie restrictive. Keto is accidentally calorie restrictive, or you're accidentally getting the wrong information. You're not supposed to be restricting your calories super low. When you go into a state of ketosis, you're already at a 300 caloric deficit. So you really don't have to drop them that low unless you're losing over time. You lose 10 or 15 pounds, you adjust your fat macro down just a little bit, not your protein. Your protein and the number of total carbohydrates your body can have, they'll pretty much stay the same over time, all your life. Unless you get a little older, you want to add a little protein, take away a little fat. So it's still a high-fat diet. Even though it sounds like 100 grams of protein and 100 grams of fat are the same, they are not. You see, 100 grams of protein, or 1 gram of protein, is 4 calories-ish. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So it's still a high-fat diet. It's just that your macros seem right on par per gram, but per calorie, it's not the same. And that's where most of your calories are coming from in your ketogenic diet. But you need your fats and your proteins. You can dilly-dally with the fat a little bit, take it down over time to help you lose more and more. But please don't drop below that 1,200 calorie line. You want your hair, your skin, your nails to glow, to shine, so that you can radiate your joy and your happiness and your good health to your friends and family. I mean, if you go up to somebody and say, I lost 100 pounds, but you're bald. You went bald. You had that pretty long blonde hair, but now you ain't got none. And that is a thing. People be like, I don't know if I want to do all that or not, because my hair might fall out, and I ain't trying to be, bald or nothing when I had long, pretty hair. So yeah, be as healthy as you possibly can be. And by doing that, I mean at least 100 grams of protein and at least 100 grams of fat. And some of you need more and can get by with more. Again, if you need help getting your weight loss macros that will help you keep your hair, skin, nails, and organs running perfectly fine and healthy, my contact information is below. I help everybody for free. Or you can visit ketodiamond.com, where I have it all written out plain and simple. Now, there's a lot of science behind this, and I do urge you all to look it up for yourselves. However, I wanted to put it in the most simple, basic terms so everybody can understand it very easily. Now, much love to you guys and dolls. I hope you found this helpful. Bye, y'all.